Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 game, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2 game, man. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe to y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that jump was crazy, man. He talking about, y'all got the roll-ups. Who got it? He's like, but he loud though, like, so he like, yo, bro, chill, bro. You a little loud, bro. Don't let the police hear you, bro. He like, no, nah. I just, you know what I mean? I need one bad, man. So when he said that, my homeboy looked at me like, I got a fresh 50 sack in my pocket. You know what I mean? Y'all know what a 50 sack is. A 50 sack is a 50 sack of tobacco. We call it the Hank, or we might say who got the roll-up game. You know what I mean? Either way, I got a 50 sack. That's 2 medicine cups. 1 medicine cup go for $1. So you get 2 of them. That's a 50 sack game. I got 1 of them in my pocket. You know what I mean? I ain't selling nothing. Like, we used to get super greasy in there, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, we used to get so greasy in there. When I say greasy, I'm talking about drinking, the la-la, the roll-ups. I'm talking about all 3 of them janks. Like, that's what we doing. And we getting super greasy in there several times a day. Man, I promise y'all, man, I had a cough. I had a la-la cough, man, or maybe the roll-up cough. I don't know which one it was. Either way, I had a cough game, y'all. So boom. Chum was wild, man, but we used to get extra greasy in there, man. But I got a fresh 50 sack in my pocket. We done drugged Zoe for a minute. I'm feeling good. We just coming off the la-la not too long ago and we was outside rec. So I'm in a good mood, slightly. You know what I mean? So when my homeboy looked at me, he looked at me like, and I ain't say nothing, right? So dude like, yeah, man, I was trying to find some of them junks, man. So Zoe was like, man, I'm gonna try to see if they got some across the hall, man. So Zoe walked away. So when he walked away, the dude, Jesse walked with him. His cousin went over there with him. So me and my homeboy still right there. My homeboy was like, hey, Weezy, man, let's go in there and hit a roll up, bro. Look out for him, bro. He just got on the camp. You know what I mean? He was like, you know, we done dragged Zoe for a minute. He was like, you know, Matt probably gonna want to, you know what I mean? So he's like, if you roll one, I'm gonna roll one. So I had bought a 50 sack. He had bought a cup. You know what I mean? So he had some tobacco too. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we was like, so he sees Zoe. He like, hey, look, hey, y'all trying to go mess with a roll up? So I was like, yeah, y'all got one. He was like, yeah, what's up? Let's go. He was like, y'all had one the whole time, man. I wanted to say, man, you ain't put in on this, man. You talk about we had one the whole time. Like, we supposed to automatically give you one for your cousin, man. See, that's what happened when you get spoiled and you can just join the party like we was giving them every day. Like, you know, you wildin', bro. So I was like, yeah, I had it the whole time. Why? What's up? I was like, oh, no, I was just saying, Weezy, man, you keep that Hank, man. I'm like, man, what's up? Let's go in the room, though. I said, Matt in there? He was like, yeah, he in there. So we all bum rush they junk, you know what I mean? We go in there super deep, you know what I mean? 4 deep, we go up in the joint. My homeboy already in there. So we go in the joint. Matt seen us, like, what's up? You trying to hit this roll up? He was like, yeah. So my man started rolling up, threw me a piece of receipt paper. That's what we roll up in. We were maniacs. I roll up something. We was like, so we rolling up, dude. We're like, he seen the bag. Like, as I'm coming out the bag, this my word, dude. Jesse was like, man, you got a lot of tobacco, man. Hey, man, how I can get some of that, man? I said, you got $50? He was like, oh, no, I ain't got $50. I ain't got $50. Like, I might have a deodorant. I was like, a deodorant? I said, bro, roll-up's $5, bro. Like, a deodorant? What a deodorant gonna do, bro? He was like, oh, that's $3, right? Like, Zoe was like, man, chill out, man. I'm gonna get you something. Just chill out, man. He was like, man, all right, man. He was like, man, let's take the free party, man. I looked at Zoe like, yeah, that's all Zoe knows is this free party, you know what I mean? So we hit the roll up, man, you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing, man. We hit the roll up, kicked the dude, hit that roll up. He was like, this some real menthol right here. He started smiling when he hit the jank the second time. He was like, this some real menthol. I'm like, bro, we don't smoke Reggie. Y'all know they got Reggie tobacco. Y'all know they got Reggie roll-ups. Then they got Reggie, y'all know they got Reggie roll-ups. Then they got the menthol roll-ups. Like, we need the menthol, the green pack. Don't get that red pack. That red pack is a no-go. Don't get that. My word. So I'm like, bro, we mess with the menthol game. He was like, I could tell. I was like, yo, bro, puff, pass, bro. It's 5 of us in here, bro. He was like, oh, my bad. He passed the jump to my homeboy Matt. Matt started hitting the jump. I'm like, man, this dude crazy. So we in there kicking it for a minute. You know what I mean? After we finished that, we dip out. You know what I mean? It was time to roll. So when we dipped out, I ended up going to my cell, bro, went to his cell, man. So we ain't even talk about nothing. I just come off a fresh roll up. I'm feeling good. So they call standby for dinner. So everybody on standby for dinner. So I'm chilling, you know what I mean? I'm standing around. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good. Like I told y'all, man, I used to feel like this bid won't nothing on Lawrenceville, man. I got a little money. I got people to call on the phone. I got a green dot card with a couple dollars on it. I could sponsor a dude who need help getting that work in. Let me help you out, brother. Pause. I can put that money up if you need it, man. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting back. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. So as I'm chilling, I look up. I see the dude Zoe trying to get my attention. You know what I mean? He trying to get my attention, but as he trying to get my attention, Matt is already coming up the stairs. So when I see my homeboy Matt already coming up the stairs, he walking up the stairs, and I look at Zoe like, hey, where's that? I'm like, Matt tell him, hold on, man. So Matt start coming down the tier. He come up the steps, start coming down the tier. He was like, hey, let me holler at you right quick, bro. I'm like, what's up? He's like, in your room. I was like, all right. My celly was in there. I was like, yo, let me get in here right quick. Holler at bro. He was like, all right. My celly dip out. I was like, yo, what's up, bro? He was like, man, look. He was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. He was like, man, look, I told him I was gonna holler at you. You know what I mean? He was like, but look, he was like, Zoe wanna holler at you about it, but like for real though, like I'm just coming to tell you what you getting prepared for. I'm like, what is something bad, bro? He like, no. I'm just telling you, like, he trying to get you to rock with his cousin, because his cousin be holding stuff, bro, and his cousin got a sweet spot, bro. I was like, what you mean a sweet spot? He's like, I mean, like it ain't a sweet spot. He got his voice. He was like, it ain't like us. Like he invented the jank. He was like, it's already been done. But he was like, he got away, bro. Look, so I just want to show you though, like, you know what I mean? He was like, but for real though, that's on Zoto, man. He was like, man, I already told him that we ain't playing no games. Like it ain't nothing like that. Ain't that type of party. Like dudes are serious about this in here. Yeah, we on Lawrenceville, but ain't nobody getting jerked over. Pause. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he got a sweet spot like that. He was like, bro, you know, you got a sweet spot, and you know, annual lock about to come up. So like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that you might want to invest in if you feel like it. You know what I mean? He was like, but for real, the dude Zoe said he gonna vouch. He said he gonna, you know what I mean? That's why he want to holler. So as he talking, all you hear is, I'm like, yo. He like, I see the little tattoo, so I see his Zoe. I'm like, what's up? He come in the joint. He was like, oh, you holler? I was like, yeah. So my man Matt was like, yo, Weezy holler. I was like, yeah, all right. So he dip out. So as he dipping out, my other homeboy come to the cell. I was like, yo, my homeboy. I was like, come in, bro. He walked in, he seen Zoe in that joint. He was like, what's up, bro? He said, Eric, what's going on in this joint? Y'all about to duck me? I was like, nah. Like, nah, bro. Zoe was like, well, nah, look, bro, you can be in here too. You can be in here too. So we were like, what's up, though? What's up? I was like, he said he got something, a proposition, bro. So, you know what I mean? He was like, look, all I'm saying is this, man. Y'all be saying y'all already know. All right, y'all already was feeling like I was mooching off y'all, man. You know what I mean? He was like, man, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all though, Weezy, man. Like, I won't never mooching off y'all, man. Like, I'm just somebody that just, you know what I mean, rock with cool dudes that like to have fun, man. He was like, I want the same thing y'all got. I want to do some of the same thing, bro. That's all you and bro do is get lit and try to get some money. Y'all don't be in the way or nothing, man. Like, I'm trying to be like y'all in this jank for real though, man. So I ain't never want y'all to think I was mooch. I was like, man, get to the point. What are you talking about, bro? This song and dance, get to the point, my guy. So boom. He like, oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I was just trying to put that out there because I know y'all be wanting me, like, man, I need to create some motion. So like, bro, I found something though that can help everybody, man. And like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna vouch for him, man, because this is my big cousin. And like, I know he want the best for me, man. He got my best interest at heart. And I got his best interest at heart, man. I wouldn't even vouch for him if it wasn't official. So my homeboy was like, vouch for him about what? What is you talking about, Zoe? He was like, man, I'm talking about my cousin got a sweet spot. He got a sweet spot, man. That can hold stuff, man. You know what I mean? He was like, man, I'm telling you, man, like, we can make some money off this junk, man. He was like, and for real, man, he a genius how he did this junk, man. He a genius, man. So I'm like, he a genius. I'm like, man, I gotta see what you talk about, man. I gotta see what you talk about, man. You know what I mean? He was like, all right, look, y'all gonna come with me to his cell, man. He was like, his celly ain't in there, so we gonna go in there real quick. You know what I mean? He already waiting for us, because I told him I was gonna come holler at you. You know what I mean? So we like, all right. So he was like, meet me down there, though, for we gonna all go at the same time. All right, bet. So he dip out. So when he dip out, Matt came back in. He see all us was in there. Matt was like, man, you hear that? You hear, but what you think? But he was like, man, what you think? He asked my homeboy, he was like, what you think about that? My homeboy was like, man, I mean, like, it ain't nothing but to see. For real, I want to see what he got. He was like, I know he talk about that light, though, but it's the point of how he get a key. how he get the light open, because it ain't nothing else in the joint, you know what I mean, that he can really be, that's a locked space, you know what I mean. He was like, now he ain't in the handicap had ways that he got tore off in the past, you know what I mean. I ain't even gonna mention, if you know, you know what I mean, but they had ways in the past that have spots in them handicap joints, but this ain't a handicap joint, so we trying to figure out what he talk about. So I look out the door, I'm like, oh, he in there, so let's go. So we walk around. I mean, Matt was like, I'm gonna chill right here, y'all handle that. He was like, all right, bet. So Matt chill. I mean, Matt kept looking at TV from the top tier. So me and bro walk around. So we walk around, we get in the joint. So we walk around, we get in the joint. You know what I mean? So we walk around, we get to the door, we knock on the door. He was like, come in. So we walk in. I see his cousin standing on the wall, smiling like, what's up, Wiz? What's up, bro? He talked to my homeboy. We was like, what's up, man? What you got? What's the word? He was like, put the cut up, Zoe. So it was like, oh. So put the cut up, is my word. This man went in his pocket and pulled out the damn key for the light. Now, the only people that be having these keys is people that work with the maintenance crew. That's where we used to buy them from. So I'm like, really ain't in a key. It's like an alley ranch looking type joint, but it's more circular motion around the L. You know what I mean? But it looked like the little alley ranch joint, you know, when you put stuff together, when you buy stuff, but it's just smaller, skinnier, and like, it is like a screw kind of looking thing. So we see the joint, he like, yeah. So look, let me show y'all. So he unscrewed, like he already had it basically unscrewed. So he just had to do a couple of screws. Then he lifted the shell up of that joint. He was like, whoosh. That joint was big. That's word, our lights was kind of long. So he pulled a jump. You know what I mean? He was like, stand on the toilet, Weezy. So I stand on the toilet. He was like, you see that area right there? I was like, because I never was around nobody that actually showed me where they was putting the light at. I just used to hear about people. I paid a couple dudes in the past to be able to do that for me in another pod, but I never knew. So I was like, I look, I'm like, he's like, you see that whole section right there? He was like, you talk about work? Psh, work ain't nothing. He was like, but that shit fit phones and work. So I'm like, damn, that is a good junk though, man. I'm like, man, but listen though, bro, like you want us to come rock with you with this junk, bro? I was like, bro, but you can't be telling people about this shit, bro. I said, as soon as the people hear about this shit, bro, Jack Bauer gonna kick your shit in, bro, immediately, bro. He was like, man, who I'm telling? He said, I told my cousin. I ain't telling him, my celly don't even know. So I said, how you gonna get past your celly then, man? He was like, because my celly already know, you know what I mean? When I say I need the room, he leave. And you know he work all day. So I'm like, yeah, he is right. The white dude always gone all day. So I'm like, man, so what you talking about though? He was like, all I'm saying is this: when you need a spot, all I want is $50 for each thing for each person that's giving me something. I want $50 green dot. If I could buy some stuff, man. Me and my cousin Zoe trying to get a little money too, man. You know what I mean? Now he was like, if you know somebody that's trying to use the joint, don't tell him it's me. Don't tell him it's me, man. Don't tell him it's me. Y'all go through them. They go through y'all. Y'all make it happen. Tell them it's safe. They gotta trust you. And we go from there. So I'm like, you know, at this particular moment, y'all, like I done seen it all, heard it all. Like even though shit looks super, like it's beautiful, it could be ugly in the skies in the cut, man. So I'm just like, I look at my homeboy like, shit, I'm gonna do it, bro. He was like, man, look. So you know what they said we supposed to be going to institutional lockdown the next couple weeks. So like for real though, bro, like you can't be fucking with the shit when it's in the spot though, man. That's the shit I went through with my last dude that was holding something, man. He was like, cause look, I got a jack. Now my homeboy had a jack the whole time. That's word. My homeboy had a jack. I had access granted to his jack. I had just lost a jack before Ballhead that went to the hole and all that shit. So I'm just like, damn, I was just chilling. Like I felt like I was taking a break off being paranoid with the phone. So like I just like bounced around. You know what I mean? I bounced around, was able to use my man jack the whole time, all of that. Zoe, Matt didn't even know my man had that jack. You know what I mean? Like that shit was all the way quiet time with that shit. So he was like, look, cause I got a jack. He was like, cause I got a jack, man. So goddamn, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna put a jack in that junk, bro. Like, so, and some stuff. He was like, man, look, I ain't gonna tell nobody about this shit, man. He was like, y'all can load this motherfucker up. I ain't gonna tell nobody, man. He was like, look, I'm just trying to get some money, man. I was like, look, bro, I'll give you $100, bro, if you goddamn make sure you hold this shit down there and lock down, bro. I was like, cause I always have some shit. I said, I'm about to get some shit, and I was about to get some shit. Like, I didn't know we was about to go on lockdown, but y'all know I be spending money. I just sent 300, you know what I mean, over the 70 building. Ballhead over in the 70 building. I'm about to make a play over there for about 20 spoons, y'all, so boom. They was looking out cause I had that tray ball. You know what I mean? So I was about to load up anyway. But I wasn't about to tell them, don't send it. I'm about to tell them we might go on lockdown, but still send that. I'm going to take care of mines. Let me get that. You know what I mean? So it was already on the way anyway. I just had to wait. Bro already had the money over there and everything. So I'm like, man, I ain't gonna tell them I'm about to have this coming, but I'm like, yo, that might be a good idea. So I'm like, all right, look, that's a bet, bro. Let me go run this down, get the money and all that, and then find out about the institutional lockdown. We're gonna get right back with you. He was like, all right, bet. So when we walked away, I guess they felt good as we walked away. So we dipped. So we seen Matt, we ran everything down to Matt. Matt was like, it sound good. I was like, bro, it sound good and look good. So yeah, I was like, bro, we about to go on lockdown. You know what I mean? I'm about to get this work. My man was like, yo, I'm about to, you know what I mean, make a couple moves. You know, I'm about to grab something from you, Weezy, when you get that. I'm like, yeah. So everything about to be lovely. Not only do we have work and my man got a jack, we got somewhere to hold all this stuff now, y'all. So boom. So we was feeling good, man. You know what I mean? We was feeling good to the point where we was like, you know what? Let's go back down to Zoe and them cell and finish, you know what I mean? Smoking that Jane out like we used to, man. And he can call his cousin too while you at it, man. You know what I mean? So we went down that jump. And we was handling business. We had to, you know what I mean? I bought 5 cups, gave everybody a cup. You know what I mean? Looked out, had everybody a cup. So we in the joint, everybody doing good. You know what I mean? We had a couple feces in the air and we gonna roll the roll-ups afterwards. So after we done that, they'll call ICE. Everybody dipped out. Everybody dipped out except me, my homeboy, and Zoe. So his cousin that even dipped out. His cousin dipped out to run upstairs to his cell and get some ice. So we was in the cell. So Zoe all lit up. Zoe like, man, I'm about to get me some ice too, man. So he was about to walk out the door. My homeboy did like this, blocked the door. When he blocked the door, we had the serious face, man. That's my word. He turned around with the serious face. He was like, yo, look, you show your cousin good, man? He was like, man, on everything, on my kids, man. I vouch for him, man. That's big cuz, man. He always held me down. You know what I mean? He was like, on everything, man. You know what I mean? He was like, you vouch for me? Like, yeah. I was like, all right, that's what's up, though. I'm just trying to make sure, bro, because you know niggas talk that shit and then be on some bullshit. He was like, what you want him to do? If he get tore off with it, then I was like, nah, we ain't talking about that. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, yo, God forbid, keep it like that, though. You know what I mean? He was like, all right, that's what's up. So he left out. We left out, you know what I mean? But goddamn, my man said it. As me and my man was leaving out his cell, my man was like, yeah, that shit gonna fall on him because he vouched for his goddamn cousin.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.